Last couple of weeks, offense has really been kind of slow starting. What are you seeing from the offense? Maybe, I know you hadn't watched the tape yet, but what do you kind of attribute that to?
Yeah, I mean, tonight it was the negative plays, being behind the chains, having issues on first and second down, putting us in really bad third down situations. So for us, we have to start faster, and that is going to be a huge point of emphasis as we get into it this week. Again, we did not come out and play the way we needed to play, dug ourselves a huge hole, and at the end of the day, that dictated the rest of the game.
Paul?
Coach, along those lines on offense, saw you made some changes on the offensive line in the second half, but what are you seeing from those guys and not being able to create enough space for shaping?
Yeah, we're needing to find the right 5 guys. So as we get into practice this week, we're trying to keep Albert at tackle. Luke Work played for us some in the second half, did some really good things. A guy that's continued to come on for us that I think can create some consistency for us. But we've got to find the right 5, and then we've got to be able to find the next, the 6th and the 7th to give us a chance to play 7 guys inside a game to go win.
Steve?
Coach, what are you seeing from defense? It seems like it's been so difficult to kind of keep them from getting the edge and getting a corner 2 weeks in a row. So, I mean, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, again, for us, I'm going to have to watch the tape on the specific of that part of it, the edge of the defense. I do know we've got to find ways to get off the field. It's the exact same thing on offense. We got to find ways to stay on the field, put ourselves in better situations. Again, we have 3 3-and-outs to start the game. They don't go 3 and out until I believe the 8th drive. So that dictates the rest of the game. Us being better situationally, but being able to get off the field on third down will be, again, a huge point of emphasis.
Robbie?
Coach, as you try to kind of build momentum with your team in your first year in the program, how frustrating is it to have a night like this when you're trying to build that momentum, I guess?
It's incredibly frustrating, but it's like I just told the guys, we're going to get it fixed, and that's going to happen. And our guys staying together, believing in each other, believing in the plan, and understanding what we have is today, what we have is the opportunity to fix it tomorrow, and then go have a great week before we start SEC play next Saturday.
Sam, up to the right.
Kind of just going off of that with SEC play starting next week, how fixable do you think everything is that you saw that went wrong tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we're going to fight like heck to fix every single bit of it. I mean, that's my job. That's what we're supposed to do, and I do. I think our guys are going to be ready to get back in the building and go to work. Everybody's incredibly frustrated right now. We're incredibly disappointed that we played and coached the way we did tonight in front of our home crowd with our students showing up the way they did. But we got to get it fixed, and regardless, we're going to kick off at 11 a.m. Next Saturday morning right here at home, and so our guys will take great pride in that and get ready.
Grace in the back right.
Going off of that, what are those top priorities when it comes to fixing things this next week?
To me, it's about starting fast. It's finding ways to stay on the field offensively, not shoot ourselves in the foot, not have negative plays, be able to stay on the field to create some momentum for our football team. And not putting the defense back out there after 3 3-and-outs. When we have an 8-up inning clock, we got no game control in the first half, and that to me is just not being able to stay on the field.
Coach, I know it's fresh. Is there anything positive you could take from tonight's game? Anything that you saw that you like from any side of the ball as you guys get ready for SEC?
I think without a doubt the biggest positive is our guys continue to fight. Our guys continue to play incredibly hard. When I look at a football team that's in the situation we were just in, the thing that I want to always watch is what's happening on PAT field goal. All right, on the defensive side of the ball, are we rushing? Are we trying like heck to go block a dang kick at the end of the game? Are we doing the things that we need to do from a effort standpoint that has to show up just to give us a chance? And those things were happening. And our attitude, our energy, it was on the defensive side of the ball. I thought really good guys trying to lead and trying to fight.
Steve.
Coach, Johnny Daniels didn't get touched in the second half, but it seems like he played really hard for you down the stretch there. I mean, do you think maybe you found the running back in Johnny Daniels?
I've been excited about Johnny. He's got to continue to create trust throughout the week. That's something for him that will be incredibly important. We couldn't get Vaughn going early, which again was frustrating. Some of those things were dictated because we were in such bad situations on third downs. But Johnny did some really good things tonight. I expect him to be incredibly involved for us to try to get the run game going.
Robbie.
I might have overlooked him, but I didn't see Leon Bell out there. Did you have an update on his status?
Yeah, Leon is not going to be with us for the rest of the year.
And Stonka too, you didn't.
Stonka is gonna be available next week.
Paul?
Along those lines, you got Tyler Wooder and Deontay Anderson back. Any other guys close to getting back?
Yeah, not at this moment. Hopeful for Diego, hopeful for Trey Wright, but again, as we sit here today, we're gonna have to plan to not have those guys next week. As we get closer, we'll know a little bit more, but they weren't available to be able to play tonight.
Ben?
I had 10 penalties for 104 yards. What needs to sort of get fixed from a discipline standpoint and make sure that the guys aren't, losing control in a game like this?
Yeah, frustrating to see the penalty at the end with Zico, something that we don't want, I don't want, and can't have. For us, the first 2 weeks, the penalty part of it had not been a huge issue. Today it was, and that cannot creep into our game. We've got to be a disciplined football team, and we'll need to clean that part of it up as well.
Justin, down on the right?
Jeff, going off the slow starts offensively, I mean, obviously you've had so much success in your career at your different stops. How much does this test you as a coach, given just what you've done in the past?
Yeah, it's an incredible test because we haven't played the way we needed to play and didn't coach them to get them to that point. And again, for us, it's about, the detail and how we're gonna execute to be able to stay on the field. When we got our first down tonight, we moved the ball and had great success. That's the reality of it. And that is the stress for our guys. Get the first down. And that's it. What are we doing inside of normal downs to put us in a good third down situation to be able to stay on the field? Because when we get our first down, we got to change.
Sam?
Curious just about leaving Blake and some of those offensive starters in the game in the fourth quarter. Was there any thought of possibly pulling them, or what was the kind of thought process?
There wasn't. The thought was we're going to fight our butt off till the last second, and I think that's incredibly important as we're sitting here 3 games into to the tenure. Man, our guys understand, and regardless of the score, we can't play to a scoreboard. We have to find a way to go play and go execute for as long as it takes.
Anything else? Steve?
Coach, offensive line wise, you give up 5 sacks tonight. I know you got to watch the tape and everything, but what did you see breakdown wise there? Maybe what did you share with Blake on maybe getting out of there?
Yeah, we got beat a couple of times on the man side of the protection where you want to be better. There's times where we want to be able to get to the check down and not squeeze the ball. We had some guys that had the opportunity to go make some plays down the field, but it's like I said on the headset, it does not matter what we can throw and catch. It is all about what we can protect. And that is the bottom line in the throw game. And so for us, cleaning up some things from a protection standpoint, being better in our 6-man protections, and then finding ways to not take sacks on early downs, get the ball out of our hand to where we can just get back into a 3rd and 6 or 7.
All right, thank you, Coach.